Hey, welcome back to the channel. You guys already saw the preview of what we are going to be talking about today, and it is in Dallas, Texas, at least the specific spot, the Fountain Place in Dallas, Texas. A prism-like skyscraper, I believe is the 15th tallest in Texas. Not sure about that, but that's what they say on the internet. Anyways, one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this one is no, I have nothing to do with this because this was built before my time in 84 and finished in 86, I believe. So yeah, I wasn't even, no, not even a little bit. So I want to say that I want to talk about this because it's amazing. It's amazing. It's been on my bucket list for a while and I wanted to go there and see it, and I was able to go there and check it out. It's amazing. If you haven't and you happen to be in the area of Texas, specifically Dallas, and are going to go there sometime soon, this would be one of those spots to maybe, kind of walk around. It's free, so why not? And you can enjoy it. It's amazing. I just want to put it out there. So yeah, now this gives some credits for where credits are due. So as far as architects of the buildings, which we're not going to talk really a whole lot about that just because I'm focused more on the landscape itself of this specific area, but I will mention that it is by the I.M Pei and company over here, part of his firm back in the 80s. And as far as the actual landscape was by the master Kiley himself, which he's done a lot of other work, but let's focus on this specific spot. Now, around the building, there is more water feature and water show that goes along with it, but I want to focus in this section. To me, this was one of the really awesome places just to kind of stay and kind of sit if you can, take a few moments just to take all this in, this masterpiece that I think it is of a water feature. One thing to know that it is on the simplistic side of things, and I'll put quotes out there because it looks simplistic because there's not a lot of stuff going on as far as a lot of shrubbery and or trees, but it's very complex because of the way it was built. So specifically talking about what is grown, for the most part, the thing that you'll see the most, at least in this section, is going to be the bald cypress trees that are native to Texas and are on the fast growing trees. That being said, the way it's used in this area is magnificent. One way that I can say that it looks like, it's kind of like 3D chessboard, chess and or checkers. I want to say checkers for the following reason only, and that is because in checkers your pieces are circular, and so the trees, and around, circular. Anyways, it's obviously not like that. And even when you're kind of walking around it, it kind of looks like that, but obviously if you look from bird's eye view, it's a little different than that. One of the things that you'll notice is that the way the water kind of travels down from the high point to the low point, and the fact that it just recycles over and over again. So those are the things that are really going to capture your attention. Another thing is that it kind of starts really up high, and then it kind of flows down in one direction, and at the same time it goes over as a waterfall. So very, very cool stuff right there. I will say that because I could not find actual plans, I did find a few online, and you can potentially find some of those yourself. I kind of put that in my CAD program, and there's no real numbers, so I was just basing myself off of what sidewalks generally are as far as how wide they are, and depending on where you are, they're going to be between 6 to 8 to 10 feet in or more, depending on where it is. So I kind of based myself off on that to give you guys some rough numbers. As I mentioned, because I have nothing to do with this and I was so fixated on really taking all this in, I forgot to take notes, and I was more like, take a picture, that type of thing, and video. And I was like, oh, so amazing, oh, so cool. But yeah, not a lot of measurements going on my end. Apologies on that part, but don't let this mistake of mine keep you from using this and potentially using it for your own projects in the future. So I will say that this area, potentially you're not going to be using the same size, but let's give you some rough numbers. So I think triangular formation that you have here is roughly about 65 feet on one side, where you have one of the main sidewalks to kind of get down and around this area. It kind of goes to 24, and then to 62, 7, and 48, I think. And then the circular section where you have the trees, they're about 6 feet across. Depth, I'm not sure. I like to guess that it's between 5 and 6 as well deep. And that's mainly because of the root system of many of the trees, including this one, that you would definitely want them to have in order to survive. Yes, you are going to have plenty of water, but you also want to have enough soil for the root system to kind of grow. As I mentioned, because I don't know what's going on below, not sure if it's deeper than that or not, but I would probably say at least a minimum of that. That would be a great starting point. So in case you are thinking of maybe mimicking this style, maybe kind of have a few of those ideas in mind. Now, as far as depth, that I noticed is around a foot or so deep, which is not so deep, but deep enough to kind of have all this water kind of come out, build up, and then kind of go over and have the super awesome effect of the actual water flowing down. So that's really all I have. Yep, it's a bit of a short video, but I want to share with you guys. If you are planning to go in the area, maybe stop by. If you live there, maybe put in the comments how big maybe you've measured it, if that's something that you're into. If you're into designing, gardening, and or similar stuff like this, let me know in the comments. If you are working in your own project and you want to share some of the stuff, I'd like to see some of that stuff. Put in the comments below, and potentially we can feature on this channel. The reason why I'm doing this is to give you guys ideas for your own projects. If you like any of this, we would appreciate the thumbs and the subs. That would tell us that we are doing a good job and that we should continue doing more videos for you. Anyways, that is it for now. In the meantime, please take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.